Okay, so now I'm on the second part of the walk with Kobe. So we set off this morning with just Roscoe, so I could really, suss out what was happening with his behaviour. Obviously me and Roscoe worked together, and yeah, very different story. I was absolutely over the moon with how he was on the first walk with Roscoe. This one, it was lovely. He was taking direction from me when I was giving him the checks. He was taking direction from Roscoe, and then he was actually fetching sticks and playing. And fetching sticks and playing. He was going down on his front legs to play. It was just beautiful, absolutely beautiful, brilliant. So I always knew there'd be a bit more of a challenge with him when it comes to these two. Okay, so we've got little Sid down here, and then we've got Frank. You see Frank's got a muzzle on at the moment. Okay, so not because he's necessarily an aggressive dog, but his testosterone is, as I mentioned, is kicking in. And we've also got a little bit of that going on with Sid as well. Okay, so Sid is a little bit obsessed with Roscoe at the moment, and Roscoe's handling him very, very well. And between me and Roscoe, we're letting Sid know what he can and can't do. Frank, on the other hand, is definitely at that stage where it's time for his little manly op, I think. So he has had a couple of snaps at Kobe already. Nothing major, but it's enough. It's enough that I want to keep control of this with Frank. The good news is Kobe hasn't done anything back. He's not retaliated. He's not got any more anxious. Oh. Sid, come from between Frank's legs. Okay, he's not got any more anxious. He's around and he's aware that there's a more tense energy, and this is the problem when you have dogs that are reactive for whatever reason. There we go. So this is Frank running. Sid, you can't join in. Okay. When you've got a dog that's more reactive, he will create a bit of a response that you wouldn't normally get in a dog. And the speed, dogs only necessarily get into a high gear and run fast when it's predator or prey based. So the adrenaline's kicking and they're really going for it. Just keeping an eye on this. So if you look at Kobe's body language, hey, if you look at Kobe's body language, he's not fixated, but see how he's going over the top of Frank's shoulders there. So Frank's giving off a dominant energy, and Kobe's reacting accordingly, basically. The good news with Frank is he can run away. He's so fast, there's not a chance of him catching him. So Frank's clever. He's clued up. I mean, he knows what to do, and he knows he can get away from this, so that's fine. Okay. Hey, just watch how they get on. Sid really wants to join in. Not a good thing, because Sid's testosterone's going crazy as well. So this way. Okay, let's throw some commands in. This way. Okay, sit still. This way. This way. Hey. Don't want him going over the withers for Frank. Wait. Wait. Okay, how's that, guys? Letting off that initial burst of energy. Okay, so I did put the muzzle on Frank then, because if Frank had felt threatened at all, Frank will retaliate. He's quite a feisty character. He's not aggressive, but he'll certainly stand his ground and he won't back down. So that's why the muzzle went on. because I wasn't 100% sure, obviously, to what extent Kobe would get to with the speed that Frank goes at. And Frank is quite bolshy with his play as well, and he will barge, and that can create a response from other dogs. So that was another reason why I wanted Frank's muzzle on, because if Kobe was to get a little bit full on with Frank, then Frank would have had to go back. Okay, so that's why we've settled that way. So we've got to put them in this situation, but we've got to safeguard everything as well. This way. But this is lovely. It's quite intense, but it's not fixated like it was. Okay. Yes, they're testing each other out, but this is, I think, mainly coming from Kobe, because that's the energy. Hey, 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 that's the energy that Frank's giving off, you see. So what I'm doing here, I'm not grabbing Kobe, I'm just claiming Frank. Frank knows I'm claiming him, so Frank stays still. Hey, and this is what we need. We need the dogs to realise we're the ones controlling this situation. Hey, shut up, little man. Okay, so we calm it down and then we walk. All right, don't want to stand still too much. Hey, this way, this way. Hey, this way. Okay, so Frank's having a proper snap. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, we definitely need that muzzle on Frank. Hey, hey. Just keep following them, it's all right. This way, Frank. This way. Come on. This way. This way. Sit. Oh dear. Okay. Hey. And here we go for another burst round. So yeah, it's certainly full on. They're certainly testing each other. We've certainly got to watch. And Ross. And we definitely needed Frank's muzzle on, so, but that's because I know Frank. Okay. But Kobe's following direction, he's all right. But saying he's got this intense energy coming off Frank, he's actually handling it really well, better than I thought. This way. This way. At no point can I go running towards them, okay, because that would just make it worse. I remain calm. My behaviour, my movements are all calm and slow. This way. It's good. So now Roscoe's going to tell Frank off a little bit. Conversations are fascinating. I love watching them. So yeah, I'm going to carry on with this. Obviously I've got to keep my eye on it. This way. I'm not concerned it's going to escalate, but I'm certainly sort of here where there's no other dogs, so we can get this sorted. And this speed, honestly, this speed will trigger any dog. So yeah, carry on with this. Roscoe's watching it all going on. If we needed to step in and stop it, Roscoe would. Okay, and alongside me, that we do it together. So I'm not worried in that respect. Yeah, it's just, this is good. This is really good testing for Kobe. So yeah, I'll carry on with this. All right, go on this way, boys. This way. Good, good.